Hello, this is Jeff. I am at the top of Turkey Peak at Enchanted Rock State Natural Area in Texas, and you are watching RevHiker.
Thank you for that intro, and guys, just to remind you, if you do want to send in your intros, I will have that information in the description box below. Try to keep it less than 10 seconds. I got a couple that were like 30-40 seconds, and I might have to trim them down, so just because I don't like my intros to be too long, and now this intro is getting too long. So anyway, guys, this is my video today. I'm going to be showing you all my gear for my upcoming subscriber hike, actually, and we're going to be through hiking the Northville Placid Trail, and we're going to do it in about 5.5 days. It's about 133 miles, and I just wanted to start the video off this way to show you guys my setup this year. I've got my Mountain Smith daylight pack with the straps that I put on custom and new for this year and this trip. I've taken this on smaller trips, but this is the ribs pack, and this is the small one. I'll get into all that stuff later on, but I wanted to show you guys kind of how this stuff how it looks and how it's going to be going down the trail, so you can get an idea. I will be doing a full review on this ribs pack in a little bit, along with some of the gear that I'm going to show you, because I haven't done reviews on all of it yet. So anyway, guys, stay tuned, and we're going to jump into my gear list. Alright guys, so let's jump right in, and I'll try to explain some stuff as I go, but I tried to kind of preface this because I've had questions when I've done gear lists before. This is enough setup for like 5.5 days, so really 6 days on the trail, 5 nights, okay? So but I would probably take something like this, similar to this, if I was going to do the Appalachian Trail, which I probably never will, because I'll always be working or being at the church. I'm not going to take 6 months off from pastoring. So anyway, guys, I'm trying to really do this trip quickly. Most people take, 10 days, maybe a little more, some 14, some even more. But the group that we've got, which are all subscribers at this point, I've got a bunch of people that have already given me like definite yeses. So you guys are awesome. I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you and hitting the trail. Anyway, let me jump in. I don't want to take forever on this. First off, I'm going to start with the ribs pack. Now, my total weight for this, without fuel, without water, without food. Okay, this is just base weight, but it's still the containers for fuel and water and all that stuff. And this is including my camera gear, so tripod and some other stuff that I'm going to show. It is 11.5 pounds, like on the nose. That's with camera gear. If you don't take any camera gear and it's like just your cell phone or something, if I was just doing that, I would save probably in the neighborhood. I didn't weigh everything individually, but I'd save at least 1.5 pounds, I would say. Anyway, let me jump into this. First thing that I'm going to show is this little tripod. It's like a Gorilla Pod style, and the way this ribs pack works is when it zippers in the front, it's going to zipper just like this, and I'm just going to stick one leg in the back there and leave it just kind of hanging right in the front. I've walked around like that, and it's nice and comfortable. So this will be carried on the outside so I can quickly grab it. And some of the times my camcorder might actually be up on top of that. So tripod. Next, let's dig into this. The 2 outside pockets in the front I've left empty. They're going to be for snacks and stuff that I'm going to eat for lunch on the go, so I can just reach right in the outside there and grab stuff. So like I said, these 2 are empty for right now. This side, which will be my right side, is all my camera stuff. So I've got my GoPro in here with the custom little head mount that I made, and I've got the tripod adapter in this little bag so I can put it on the tripod as well. And then there's also the frame in there, so not just the waterproof one, but I've got a second frame in it so I can get some audio. So I've got that. I've also got my headlamp in here. This is a stand-in. I'm not exactly sure which headlamp I'm going to take, or if I'm even going to take a headlamp. This is a possibility I might not take because I'm going to have a hat on the whole time, and I might just use this little flashlight. This is an O-light, and this clips on your hat. You can just put it straight on there. Really good battery life and crazy bright if I need it. So I'm thinking about taking this, unsure at the moment, but I put one in just in case I took it. And this is just a little cheese ball one. I'm going to put that back in. Next thing I'm going to take is my Tommen's light, and I did a review on this. If you guys remember, if you're fans of the channel there, this not only is it a great lantern that I can hang from inside my hammock on the ridgeline, but it also will charge my phone and my GoPro, and that's why I'm taking it. I'm also taking an extra battery for my GoPro and an extra battery for my camera, but this will charge my GoPro and my phone should I need it. So again, that's the Tommen's light. Great little lantern. Also, I'm taking my, and this is what I normally record my videos with, but today I'm using my DSLR. This is my Canon Vixia HFR 500. They don't even make these anymore, but they make one just like it. It's just a different name because it's updated. I also have a hard shell case for this, a low pro case, because I don't want to break it. They're not super expensive, but I definitely don't want to buy another one. I also have a couple like assorted cords in there for charging. And then also in one of the little mesh pockets, this is my line for hanging my bear bag. It's reflective and it's very nice. It actually comes with the to-go system tent or tarp that I'm going to talk about in a little while. And this is extra line. This is in 2 sections. If I need extra guy outs for my tarp, if it's super windy or something like that. As it is, I've got 4, one on each corner, but if I want to do the centers, I can use that. So I've got a little extra cordage, a couple extra cords for my cameras, and all my camera equipment on that side. In this side, again, the front pocket is empty, and the main pocket is generally empty on this. There's not much in it. There's a lot of space left over in there, and that's because I'm going to use this for food storage. But what I do have in here is a lot of my eating stuff and drinking stuff. So I've got my, this is my E-Tech City filter that I'm going to be bringing. This is charcoal and micro tubes, so that's why I decided to bring it. You know, it's a little heavier than the Sawyer, but I decided to switch it up this year. So I'm going to be bringing this. Then I've got my Light My Fire titanium spoon, fork, wannabe knife combination. I've got my little Mountain Hardware beanie that I can wear if it's getting cold at night. I just bring that on every trip because there's a lot of uses for it. You know, anyway. Then I've got, yeah, I'm bringing tent stakes just because it's, you know, a lot of time I'm going to be hiking for long hours and I just want to set up quick. These are Grand Trunk from the Funky Forest tarp that I bought. Very lightweight. Again, I don't measure every little thing, guys. I just go on my total weight. I'm bringing 4. If I need extra guy outs, then I can use sticks. So there's that. And then you can see they've got these little mesh pockets in here. There's 2 of them on each side. On this side, I've got my rain gear. This is my North Face binary jacket. You guys have seen the reviews. I'll try to put links or cards or something in here if you're curious about this. But this is about 3 ounces. And there's a little extra carabiner on there that I keep just in case, you know, you need something extra like that. What else do I have? I've got my firesteels.com flint striker. This is for lighting up my stove or fires if need be, because it's awesome, but on this trip I'll actually be able to build a fire instead of having, you know, to do everything with the stove. And that's why I'm not going to bring as much fuel, but we'll see that in a minute. This is some 100% DEET, which I might change. I'm going to treat all of my stuff with permethrin. And no, I don't care if you pronounce it differently. But permethrin for my clothes and my gear, such as packs and my hammock. And then this, if it gets really bad, this will be an extra thing that I put on. Let me stuff this all back in here. And then in the next pocket, I've got my first aid kit and some toilet paper. First is the toilet paper. These are the Easy Towels, and I've done reviews on these, but essentially they're like little biodegradable towels that are super compressed, and you put a little water on them and they unfold. They're like this big, and it's just really nice. I prefer them over regular toilet paper. They do a great job of cleaning you up, and you can also, you know, wipe, obviously with a separate towel, wipe your face and clean yourself up. I'm also going to be bringing, which I haven't had time to get yet, but I'm going to bring, I haven't put them in here, there's some Adventure Medical Kits wipes, and they're for kind of keeping clean. I'm not going to, you know, it's just to keep you so you're not smelling too horrible. If I was solo, I wouldn't care, but I'm going to be with guys, and I don't want them passing out if they're hiking behind me, because it's going to be in July, and I sweat. So anyway, first aid kit. I've got some extra stuff in this. Got some burn cream. I've got some Neosporin. I've got Q-tips. Bunch of different band-aids. I've got tape. I've even got a little brain fart ace bandage in here in case somebody rolls something. I got some extra tape, some things like that. I think I've got some butterfly stitches in here, and some Motrin and some prep pads, cleaning pads, stuff like that. So yeah, that's my first aid kit. I'm not going to go into super detail about it, but I've got one, and it's beefed up from other videos because I had a lot of people scream at me, you know, and some of them were literally all caps, so that's screaming, that my first aid kit was way too small, and I really reviewed it, and I agreed, so I beefed up my first aid kit. So that's that with the ribs pack, and this thing is like, this thing is mega comfortable, and I really like it, and these pockets out front can actually hold quite a bit. There'll be more than enough for extra food storage that I'm going to need. And this pocket, like I said, very slim right now. It'll be able to take quite a bit more food and stuff in there, several meals, the way I pack them. Next, I'll move on to my Mountain Smith lumbar pack, and we'll see what we've got in there. Now, if you're not familiar with this pack and the straps that I made for it, if you have a day, you can just buy the strap ads. Or I think you can buy them for the tour as well, but I bought the Daylight and you couldn't, so I had to make my own, and worked phenomenal. Makes this thing so much more comfortable. First two things I'll show you is my water bottles. Smart Water works great for screwing into either the Sawyer or the E-Tech City that I've got, so these are my water bottles. This one is 1 liter, and I think this is 0.6. 20 ounces, so 591. So yeah, basically about 0.6 liters. So have a little over 1.5 liters on me at any given time. And then this also is the E-Tech City bottle, and I'm just keeping this clipped to the outside because this is what it's the exact same thing as the Sawyer. You fill this up, you squeeze it through, and it just makes life easy for you. So that'll be clipped on the outside for filtering. Let's see. Let's go into the outside pocket because I'm bringing some things that I normally don't bring. Down jacket. This is my El Cheapo JCPenney down jacket, which you guys have seen and envied in many other videos because no one can ever find them this cheap. So anyway, yeah, down jacket, great thing to bring. I know I'm going in July, and I know it's probably going to be in the 80s or at least 70s during the day. Maybe even hotter, but at night in the Adirondacks, I've been out in the middle of the summer and it's gone down to 40s, and then I've been where it was 70 all night or 75 all night. So I'm going to be prepared. I'm not going to sit there, freezing because I didn't want to bring a jacket. So that always comes with me. Next thing I'm going to bring, because it's a 5-day hike and I'm doing a ton of miles, is an extra pair of socks. These are Injinji socks. They're toe socks. I choose toe socks for several reasons. I think they're comfortable, and they definitely prevent blisters, and there's no way I'm going to be sidelined because of blisters or be slowed down because of blisters. Normally where I get blisters is kind of between my big toe and my second toe there, because they rub, or so those things totally take that away. And they have good heel protections, kind of doubled up right where you would normally get them on the heel. Now I wear trail runners, so there's really no problem. The only time people really get blisters is for 3 reasons. Their boots don't fit, and that's the first one. If your shoes or your boots don't fit, you're probably going to get them. Number 2, your boots are too stiff. A lot of people still cling to the idea that you need a super stiff insole to carry heavy loads. Number 1, you don't, and number 2, you shouldn't have heavy loads because that's also what causes blisters. That's number 3. So keep your stuff light, keep your shoes light and very nice and flexible. You'll have better balance, and you'll actually roll ankles less. I've rolled less ankles since I started with trail runners than I did with boots, because on the Adirondacks there's a lot of big rocks in the trail, and you step on top of a pointy rock in a softer soled shoe, and your foot can kind of conform to it, and you're able to keep your balance and grip. If you're on one of these hardcore stiff boots, it's like trying to, you know, balance on this tiny little peak of this rock, and you end up rolling if you catch it wrong. So anyway, that's my spiel about shoes. So I got extra socks, long story short. I'm also bringing an extra pair of drawers. These are Gander Mountain Guide series, but they're essentially a knockoff of the Ex Officio. These are amazing. These are amazing because I hiked in July. Last hike I think I put on YouTube was the Trapped hike. It was nice and hot that day, those 2 days, and I hiked like crazy. I sweat like crazy. These things kept me super cool. They knocked the sweat way down, and they prevented smell. I mean, I couldn't believe it that I was the only dude that didn't smell at the end of the day, and it was awesome. These underwear are boss. So I'm going to have a pair, and I'm going to bring an extra pair. I think that's about it for the outside pocket. There is plenty of room left on top after the jacket's in for extra food, should I need it. Should I need the extra space. Then into the main pocket. Jump in here. This is my hammock and bug net and suspension. I'm bringing my sub 7 with a ridge line to keep the pitch just right, even if my trees are all wacky. And I've also got my the Eno Guardian bug net. I would like to get the Guardian SL, but I don't want to spend that money just to save 3 ounces, so I'm biting the bullet. My hammock choice was a really big thing for me this year. I spent one of my days off, like all day, hanging in different hammocks and testing stuff out and deciding what I want to bring. This might change, but for right now, I think I'm pretty set on this setup. So again, Eno Guardian and for the bug net, and Eno Sub 7 for the hammock. My own suspension made out of mule tape, and a ridge line to keep everything even every night. And the reason they're all in one is because the bug net is left on the hammock, so setup just takes a lot less. You know, there's no point in stripping the bug net off of the hammock every time. You know, the Sub 7's so small I can just stuff it in the same bag, the stuff sack that comes with the bug net. So there's that. Next is my cook kit. And this is one I recently did a review on. This is based off of my Toaks 750 milliliter pot with the bail. And again, that's because I wanted to be able to cook over fires easily. So we'll just take a quick look inside of here. Got a couple bottles for fuel. Again, I'm going to be making some fires, so I'm not bringing as much fuel. But this is good for maybe 6 or 8 meals. So it'll do the majority of it. And there's a possibility I might bring more fuel. So, I don't know, whatever. I might bring these, and I might bring a little bit more. That'll kind of be a game time decision. After that, I've got just some Strike Anywhere matches in there. I've got my little Old Faithful can stove that I love so much. And I've got, this is like a little snuffer so I can save fuel. Just put this over the stove, kills the flame. I can pour my unused fuel. So, and this thing weighs nothing. And then I've got my windscreen. This is just tin foil that I folded up a bunch. It expands quite large. But there's that. Let me just put all this stuff back in here. And then again, you know, the Toaks titanium pot, 750 milliliter. Great pot. I really like it, and I think I made that pretty clear in the video that I did about it. It was definitely a good buy for me. After that, in the main pocket, we've got, the only thing left is my tarp, and this is brand new from To Go Systems. This is a 10 by 12 Silnai tarp, and I cannot remember. Cut. Right. Back to the show. I run a low power radio station out of my house for my church, so I'm in my office where that stuff is, and that was the emergency alert system. So hey, at least it's working. Anyway, back to this. This is brand new tarp from To Go Systems. It's 10 by 12 Silnai, reflective coated on the inside, and double coated for waterproof. This thing is awesome. Now, if you watch a channel, you saw my review of the Mickey tarp. That was his prototype for a much heavier one. This one is, I think, less than half the weight of that last tarp. I think he said this is, like 600. Anyway, I think it comes out to right around a pound and a half, a little bit less, 1.4 pounds. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's huge coverage, and it's pretty frequent that we get some near horizontal rain in the Adirondacks, and I just much rather stay dry, so I made the sacrifice in weight. I have smaller, lighter tarps, but this thing is a lot of coverage, and it's just awesome. And I've got my ridge line is like attached to it, and as well as all the guy outlines, so that's all in here. That's it for the inside, and then we'll move to the bottom, the outside. These are straps that I sewed on custom, and in here is my Trifecta version 1, rolled up along with my my sleeping pad, which is Reflectix. It's not Reflectix brand, it's the car windshield, the bubble wrap one, not just the thin one. So anyway, that's my insulation. I brought the version 1 instead of the green version 2 because I didn't need the extra waterproofing, and this one is lighter. I don't need the guy outs for this particular trip because my tarp is so bomb proof. So that's it, guys, for what I'm carrying in my packs. I'm going to have a couple things on me. I'm going to have at least one knife, probably my Mora Eldris, real small fixed blade, and I'll probably have a small folder. Either that or I'll leave the folder and just bring a little multi-tool for probably being my small Leatherman, just for gear repair and stuff like that, or maybe a Swiss Army knife. And I will have my cell phone with me. I'm not including that in the weight. And I already talked about that little O-light. Oh, this is the hat I'm going to be wearing. This is a Mountain Hardwear. I don't even know the name of it, to be honest, because I cut the tags out because they're annoying, because Mountain Hardwear comes with tags that are like this long. Now, normally I don't like paying for Mountain Hardwear. I think they make great stuff, but I just don't like paying for it. This was on clearance at a Gander Mountain for like $6. Or no, $4. It was $4, that's right. $4 hat. They had another one that didn't fit me that was on clearance for like $2, and I really wanted that. But anyway, for like $4, this thing is bomber. Like little stretch panels on the side, nice and cool. Put it on for you. Wow, look at that. Yes. Yes, love it. Keeps you nice and cool and keeps the sun out of my eyes a little bit. I'll also probably have some sunglasses, and that's probably about it. Yeah, so that's my stuff. Oh, the weight. Yeah, no, I think I already told you the weight, didn't I? Did I? Yeah, that's right, I did. 11.5 pounds with camera equipment. So, I could do a video without the camera equipment, which would be more realistic for you guys, but I feel like it would be kind of dishonest on my part because I carry camera equipment. So, if you guys want to do the same, you know, you got to realize that it's not light. You know, it's not light stuff. I really thought long and hard about bringing my DSLR, my Canon, but it's just, it's too much. And, you know, I can get plenty of good video with the other stuff, and you know, my phone takes pretty good pictures. So anyway, guys, that's my list. I know this was long. I might even end up re-recording this because it was too long. But thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and check out, if you still want to be a part of this, I'm still open. We haven't filled up all our spots for the subscriber hike for this Northville Placid Trail hike, so I'll try to put a link for that video. Go over and check that stuff out. And there's a page, a group on Facebook called RevHiker Northville or NPT subscriber hike. So if you want more information, go there and check it out, request, and I'll let you in. God bless, guys. Talk to you later.